chapter 15, verses 15 to 20. If you will and sees everything. May my ways be firm in keeping your statutes. Your servant, that I may live and keep your word.
Nor ear heard, nor or know the heart of man conceived, what God
The Lord be with you. There is we read from Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 to 37. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not imagine that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have come not to abolish them, but to complete them. I tell you solemnly, till heaven and earth disappear, not one jot, not one little stroke shall disappear from the law until its purpose is achieved. Therefore, the man who preaches even one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be considered the least in the kingdom of heaven. But the man who keeps them and teaches them will be considered great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, if your virtue goes no deeper than that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. You have learned how it was said to our ancestors, you must not kill. Answer for it before the Lord. But I say this to you, anyone who is angry with his brother will answer for it before the court. If a man calls his brother fool, he will answer for it before the Sanhedrin. And if a man calls him religious, he will answer for it in hellfire. So then, if you are bringing your offering to the altar, and there you remember that your brother has something against you, leave your offering there before the altar. Go and be reconciled with your brother first, then come back and present your offering to God. Come to terms with your opponent in due time, while you are still on the way to the court of law. For or he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge to the bailiff, to the officer, and you will be thrown into prison. I tell you, solemnly, you will not get out till you are paid the various payment. You have learned how it was said, you must not commit adultery. But I say this to you, if a man looks at a woman lustfully, he has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye should cause you to sin, tear it out and throw it away, for it will do you less harm to lose one part of you than to have your whole body go get thrown into hell. And if your right hand should cause you to sin, cut it off and throw it away, for it will do you less harm to lose one part of you than to have your whole body go to hell. It was also been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a writ of dismissal. But I say this to you, everyone who divorces his wife, and anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Again, you have learned how it was said to our ancestors, You must not break your oath, but must fulfill your oath to the Lord. But I say this to you, do not swear at all, either by heaven, since that is God's throne, or by the earth, since that is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, since that is the city of the great king. Do not swear by your own head either, since you cannot make a single hair white or black. All you need to say is yes, if you mean yes. No, if you mean no. Anything more than that comes from the evil one. The gospel of the Lord. Today we are in the sixth Sunday of Ordinary Time Liturgical Year A. In fact, it is the last one before we start the season of Lent for this year. Next week, actually Wednesday, is already Ash Wednesday. We are starting a special season, Lent. Now, the Lord is speaking to us today about the importance of realizing that life is in our hands. We design the outcome of it. God has created us with freedom and a desire to say no to what you don't want to do, and the ability to say yes, I will do it even if you want to, even if others don't want you to do it. You have got freedom. He has not commanded anybody to commit sin. He has not prohibited anything, like blocking you and making you unable to function when it comes to those things. You will always find yourself just free to choose what you want to do. He will give you his commandments, but the freedom to keep it is yours. You can choose to ignore, and nothing may happen immediately, but you can also choose to take it seriously, and he will be happy with you. Now, this is what the Lord is teaching us therefore. The first reading today is taken from the book of Sirach. That book is also called Ecclesiasticus. It is a wisdom literature. The wisdom literature books in the Bible are books like Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. There is another one called Ecclesiastes. It is different from Ecclesiasticus. There is another one, the book of Proverbs, and then another one, the book of Psalms. These are wisdom literatures in the Bible. Now, wisdom literatures in the Bible, the purpose of wisdom literatures in the Bible is to cause reflection, so that you begin to evaluate choices we make and actually potentially see their implications. You are free to take the correct direction in life if you want to. You can choose to become a good person, even if people have always called you a bad person. But you can also choose to become a nasty person, even if people thought you were initially good. If the freedom is yours, the power is within your control. You are being reminded today. So the book of Ecclesiasticus is telling us today, this book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus is saying, God has created you with that ability. He has put before you the choices to make. He has put before you fire and water. Feel free to put your hand where you want. If you choose to put it in fire, you know what will happen. You don't put your hand in fire and hope that it will cool your fingers. It doesn't. That is fire. The other one is water. You don't put your hand in water, you burn. So in the same way, the fire and water in life is before you. God has put before you freedom. He has put before you death and life. You can choose life, but you can also choose death. There are things that you can do that is sure death. There are things you can do that can actually potentially give you more life. This is why the Lord is teaching us. Life is about choices. So the implications of this teaching in the first reading is redesign your life. Even if you have made mistakes in life, are you aware you can change? People have called you useless, very lazy, what? You can say to yourself, I am tired of these remarks about me. From today onwards, I am going to be hardworking. And it will happen. You can choose to say, now for me, I'm not going to work. Let people do. For us, we shall see how to survive out of their labor. And you can become lazy. We choose our life. In the first, in fact, the other mass, the second mass, the English mass, we have plenty of students, and I was saying these things to them. Growing up, things look like not achievable, and yet they are getting rich. Depending on the choices you are making already now, as a young person growing up, choices through school. You choose, for example, to despise a certain teacher because of his nature of simplicity and presentation. He doesn't have good shoes. Look at his clothes. He's just miserable. You know, he's useless. You're comparing him with your dad who has got everything. And then he despises the teacher. When you despise the teacher as a student, you will despise his subject. The problem is, you are at that stage thinking it is his subject. Let him be with his maths. Let him be with his physics. He thinks that I care. Okay, we shall see how far you go. Then later on in life, it turns out it wasn't his maths. It is your maths. Then you will fail now to proceed with life when it is too late to correct that mistake. It wasn't his sciences. It was not his physics. It was not his what. So learn to respect teachers. If you are a young person in school, learn to respect teachers now. Because you reap what you get. If you despise the teacher, you will end up despising his subject, and that arrogance will follow you in life. You will pay for it through the kind of quality of life you will live later on. You can't become anything. You cannot expect, as a young person, dreaming, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, and you are refusing to apply yourself. They're telling you, study hard. You take it for a joke. Any small opportunity, you are on TV. Any small opportunity, you are on the phone. And instead of being serious in class, put your heart into what you're doing. You think that it is money disturbing you. Now time comes, then you will find that you wanted to be a doctor. They don't become doctor with fine art. They don't become doctor with TV. They become doctor through real application in the correct subjects. So did you do it? If you have not done it, that dream is just empty and void. It will never happen. Somebody else will apply himself or herself very early in life and focus on life with rigor and achieve those things. And they keep on, the thing continues to happen without you realizing. You are laughing with this guy here, Kumbe is now in A level. You are laughing with him here, you are behaving and associating in the same way. Kumbe is now in first year of medicine. And then before you know it, he's a doctor and you are very far. And then things begin to change. Even if it was your brother, even if it was your sister, what he is having in life, you are not having. And then you become bitter. The bitterness, you should blame yourself because you are playing with important things. I was making a comment here about how sometimes you find children failing to succeed in life because of the privileges parents have got. You may have a parent or a family setting where your parents can afford a maid. They have a maid. And for you, you're coming for holidays from school, you come looking at this girl as a maid whom everybody in this house can command. Wrong. While you were in the boarding school, you were not being given chance to cook. Your chance for cooking has come here. But since there is a maid, you ate your food, bring your plates, take care of this, you wash them. You know that kind of thing. When you are thinking that you're showing power, Kumbe, you're showing power to who? You are showing power to them. You will see what this means. Because you will actually end up becoming an adult. People have graduated when they still don't know how to cook because of the presence of maids. People have graduated and actually have gotten married when they cannot wash clothes clean and your husband needs it. You see that problem? You used to leave your clothes, you just collect your clothes from your bedroom, you dump it on the maid. In fact, the bedroom, you just order her, you go and organize my room because, I am, because she's the maid. And for you, you don't touch this kind of thing. You are upper class. Then you end up learning nothing. The maid does everything. For you, you are not prepared for life at all. And then tomorrow there is no maid. Tomorrow you're married. Your husband expects you to cook for the family and you can't. You don't know how to do it. Your husband expects you to actually have a clean room, a clean space. Your master bedroom, your what, must be clean. There was a time I was mentioning here, actually not maybe here, but some couple somewhere when I was talking about marriage issues. The thing of marriage talks with others and stuff like that. I met a man who was so depressed, not here, not in this parish here, but around Kampala also. Very depressed with this marriage. Because they were in church, the woman looked very impressive. When you are in courtship, it is this thing of meeting in pubs and restaurants. People have prepared themselves to appear for the public viewing. And what you are seeing here is not the true picture. Then you carry on and you get married. This man was married to this woman. Looking very smart, clean, and what, but very disorganized, very chaotic. And with these arrangements where some marriages, people go very early, of course, into weddings, which is a good thing, but unfortunately you can also have a problem. Now, this man wedded this woman in church, meaning that this is a stable marriage now. Now it came to the reality of the marriage. This woman had no clue about organizing space, organizing the room, cleaning, and so on. The man built a very expensive house from outside. You see, like, that is an impossible home. But go into it. The man says, I hate my home. I hate my house. He's telling me in the absence of that woman, I hate my home. I hate my house. Father, you need to come and see what I'm going through. So he said, okay, I will come around. So I visited. That day, the woman had gone away, shopping somewhere, doing other things. And so we came with the husband. Then he said, I want you to see what I am going through so that you understand what I'm talking about. And we went in. The spaces that were still in the open, the maid is organizing. This woman does not trust the maid to enter the master bedroom. The master bedroom, because the maid has got, she's worried that the maid may interfere with their privacy. She's worried that the maid may do whatever. She wants the master bedroom completely private. Now, if you want it completely private, it's a good thing. But organize it. The bed needs to be made. Clean the bathroom. Clean the toilet. Clean everything. Now we enter the bedroom. Master bedroom. Massive wardrobes everywhere. But you come and see the wardrobe. Things are, instead of hanging things that are iron, things are all like this. And then, what kind of arrangement is this? Then you come and these are the clothes, not even iron, but already they are on the hanger. What are they doing on the hanger? They're not even iron yet. Then clothes that are dirty, that are supposed to be washed. Some things are still in the basket, not washed. Then for her, she has got this behavior of washing. Innerwears. There are people who wash innerwears and hang them in the bathroom. So he said, let you come and see my master bathroom. Massive master bathroom. The shower is there, the bath is there, a lot of space. Then now the problem is, what she hangs is there. All knickers hanging on things, like this. You know that kind of stuff. A lot of it in this thing. Now for us to pass through to go and see other things here, we are dodging things like this. That kind of stuff. Because you don't want it touching your bath. Hi, what kind of master bathroom is this? The man says, this is what I go through. I want to take my shower. I want to come and bathe. I cannot enjoy my bathroom. Look at this kind of stuff. How many times must I tell my wife I don't like this? You see things like that? The woman becomes unteachable. It is too late. Now that stage is not the stage where you can save your marriage. You're doing things like this, then a lot of grease on the tile of the bathroom. This is things you could have learned if you had picked it early in life. So begin your life as a youthful person, knowing that the opportunities to learn is now as a young person. We see sometimes parents sending older women to come and wash clothes for their children. Primary, very understandable. Secondary, perhaps not too good. And then you get children who are going with big pocket money back to school, and then they employ other students, classmates, to come and wash their clothes. They are showing power in the compound, of the school. And that kind of thing, if it is your child, begin to get worried. It's not the right thing. You need to train children to know what to do, because tomorrow's life is very big-ended. It is so open. We need to make sure that our children can cook, they can clean their spaces, they can be organized. Books are not everything. You need to be all around in life. And if you don't pick this early, tomorrow life will challenge you. And you will see a problem.